Good evening, everybody. This is Otis,
I'm Jerry.
and this is Two Guys Catching Up on Football, a weekly thing that we like to do, well, to catch up on football and
Yeah.
what's going on. And we really thoroughly enjoy this. So, all right, so there's a lot of differing opinions on the college football playoff.
Mm.
Everybody's like,
Oh
well,
yeah.
this just goes to show you there's
Yeah.
blowouts. Blowouts have happened every year,
Oh yeah.
ever since they had the BCS championship started, and then they went to the four-team playoff. There has been blowouts every year. It means nothing. It just means that if you want your team to be in the playoff, then play better.
Yeah.
That's all.
Yeah. I had to look it up, but we knew it. Georgia beat TCU 65-7.
Yeah,
Actually, less than 2 years ago in the
yeah.
finals. Yeah, I mean, all this, what? Oh, the SEC shouldn't be there because Tennessee lost. Man, I never realized the bitterness with everything. Of course, it started with Ohio State when they lost to Michigan. You would have thought the apocalypse happened in Ohio, but I don't know. I just, you and I talked about it, and we both agree. These people, Lane Kiffin was complaining, win the games you're supposed to win.
That's what it comes
End
down
of
to.
story. Alabama lost to a terrible Oklahoma team, I think, right? 24-3.
Right. Hey,
Old Miss lost their last game or something. Win
yeah.
the games,
So they're losing to teams that they should beat,
Yeah.
and
I-
they
I-
want people to forget that that happened and that they should be put in because they're an SEC
I
team.
don't even understand I can't think of what the final score of the Indiana game, wasn't it 24-17? Or maybe 34?
I don't. Oh, wait a
Yeah.
minute.
Yeah.
I got it right here.
Yeah.
Let's see. So it was 27-17.
Okay, but anyways, that's not a blowout. That's um, it's football. Most games, the majority are not going to come down to the wire. I don't
Yeah.
know what people are thinking. They're like, "Oh, these were bad matchups." No, the better teams won, but
Hmm.
that's I don't see any problem with the 27. That doesn't mean somebody got blown out.
Yeah,
I,
that's
I
right.
just,
That's
I,
right.
yeah, no, I don't understand some of these people that say these are bad games and bad. No, that happens all the time in a football game. That
Oh, yeah, it does.
one
It
team
does.
wins and usually by double digits. Okay.
Yeah. And again, these are 18, 19-year-old kids, some of them 17. They're just going to have bad days.
Yeah, it
It's
happens.
just the way it is.
You and I talked about it, and yeah,
Yeah.
I think a lot of overreaction with all that stuff.
Yeah. But
SMU maybe, SMU played poorly. I would say that,
they did. But
it happens. Yeah,
they have been playing poorly to start the game for the last two or three games.
yeah.
And they started against Clemson poorly, and so it just caught up with them.
Now you can help me with this one, Otis, because I was thinking about it. You still got. I'm just going to use Ohio State as an example. Now, next they play Oregon. Let's say they win. They would play then a semifinal game and then the final, right?
Yes,
Yeah, okay.
yes.
I was trying to figure that
These
out
are
earlier today.
considered these games this next weekend are considered um, uh,
Quarterfinals.
quarterfinal
Yeah,
games.
okay. All
Yes.
right, that makes sense then.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, so we'll
So
see. I don't know. We'll see. There's a part of me that thinks Texas may win it all. I just not a big believer in Ewers, but we'll see.
yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, to be honest, Texas has the most complete team.
Yeah.
They're playing really good defense, and the offense is playing well. So it's this next round. We'll see if there's any blowouts. But
Oh,
again,
I,
these are 17, 18, 19-year olds
yeah,
that
the one
are
that,
they're gonna turn the ball over.
yeah, true.
That's gonna happen. So if somebody has a couple of turnovers that the other team gets short fields on, then that's gonna happen, and that's one of those things that you have to understand that's gonna happen.
I
So
could be wrong. I think it's Texas and Arizona State. I think Arizona State is going to have some problems.
it's not.
Oh, it's not.
I don't think it's
I know it's
Texas.
Oregon, Ohio State.
Notre Dame and Boise State.
Oh, that could be okay. Yeah.
Uh, or no, I'm sorry. It's Penn State and Boise State. Um,
Oh.
Let me see if I can pull it up real quick.
Yeah, I think of the teams left. Well, Boise State and Arizona State are the two teams where it's like I don't know how they're going to stack up, but we don't know. Yeah.
Right, right. Let's see if this will have it here.
And those teams, they did earn a trip there. You know
Right,
that
exactly.
yeah, this whole thing
Okay,
Lane
so
Kiffin, and it's
so
annoying.
it's on Tuesday is Penn State and Boise State, and yes, you're right. On Wednesday is Texas Arizona
Yeah,
State.
that
Um,
is one I think Texas may run for 500 yards.
they might.
Yeah,
Is Ohio State and Oregon and Notre Dame and Georgia.
yeah. Well,
So Georgia's starting quarterback is hurt, but they played well with the backup. So we'll see. We'll see how
I
that
would think
goes.
Georgia wins that game too. They're
I would think
to
so.
me you get where there's just some teams have some really big bodies like
Right.
Texas and Georgia. They've got guys on the lines that are NFL ready, and
Yeah.
and we'll all get drafted. So
And more than likely, what the last two teams will come down to the two teams that have the most NFL players on
yeah,
it.
probably.
And so
Yeah,
they're the
agreed.
ones that
Yeah,
are they're the big boys. So
yeah.
yeah. So all right. So let's get a little bit um, into the NFL. Not much really at this late stage. There's a lot of we really don't care games,
Oh
and
yeah.
not a whole lot of I want to sit down and watch
Yeah,
these
no,
games.
I noticed again, they're basically giving away Sunday ticket because even the NFL knows nobody's watching this stuff.
Nobody's paying. Nobody's going
Yeah,
to pay to
only
watch
the
it.
diehards. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So on Thursday, Chargers beat the Broncos, which I was glad to see. I like Grandpa Bo. We've liked Grandpa Bo
Yeah.
since he first got into college 20 years ago.
Yeah,
And so,
exactly.
so we've liked him since then. I'm just not a Sean Payton guy because to me, he's just irritating. He's just
Yeah, I just saw
irritating. So,
recently too where somebody said Hall of Fame coach Sean Payton, and okay, I guess so. I don't know about that, but
well, he's
thanks to Drew Brees, maybe. But
he won one Super Bowl, which to me isn't enough to get you in the Hall of
yeah,
Fame. And I'm not sure. I'll have to look that up for next week. I'm not sure where he sits at on the coaching list. As far, you know what?
I do give him credit. Like I texted you, is they've done a good job with Bo Nix coaching him, and um, although I'm gonna jump to I think I told you I'm switching Rookie of the Year, and now I'm switching back, and I think I'm done.
You are. I guess I should call you IHOP.
Yeah,
You are the most waffling person I have ever
is
met.
that flip?
A guy, I'll never forget. I forget right at the beginning of college football season. I think it was the kid from Michigan. He had
Oh
one
yeah, that was the
he
first
had one
game.
series, first game, one series, and you're like, oh, he's not ready for
He
prime
ain't
time. I
ready
was
for
like,
prime time.
come on,
Yeah. You
give the
know,
kid a chance.
but I'm gonna go. I'm gonna flip back, and I'm holding my position now. My rookie of the year is gonna be Jaden Daniels. He did it again today with some magic, and I'm sticking with it. Doesn't matter if Grandpa Bo makes the playoffs. I'm sticking with Jaden Daniels because he's got a Hail Mary and he's got a nice comeback today. So yeah. Uh,
So I
So
was able to bring up, I was able to bring up most wins in the NFL. Sean Payton is 19th.
yeah.
That with
Uh,
one Super Bowl, that is not a hollow. He has
I don't.
160.
I agree. I don't know about that one.
He has
He's a bubble
169
guy.
wins.
Yeah.
Yeah, he has 169 wins, and he is not a Hall of Fame coach.
I don't think so. In fact, and you could throw in there, although I don't think the NFL cares as much, but his whole suspension for what they call it, Bounty Gate.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So I
I
mean,
mean, he didn't actually do it, but they're saying he should have known.
oh, he knew
He
that.
should
Of
have
course,
known
he
it was
knew all
going on.
that. I don't think. How do you
Yeah.
not know that? Yeah.
However,
That's like Jim Harbaugh saying he didn't know what was happening at Michigan last year.
right.
Okay, yeah, sure.
Although Bill Cowher is in the Hall of Fame, and I don't think he should have been put in. Bill Cowher only has 149 wins.
Well, then Peyton will get in for sure.
Peyton
Then,
will
yeah,
get in,
Peyton
and
will get in.
Marv Levy got in, and he doesn't have a Super Bowl win, and he only has 143 wins as a coach.
Well, then
As a
Levy will
coach.
get in there. Yeah,
No, Levy's already in.
yeah. No, that surprises me.
Yeah,
So if you
I
can win
mean,
10 games on average for 14 years, you're a Hall of Fame coach, I guess. Wow.
that surprises me also.
Yeah, I didn't realize that, but
And his Levy's win percentage is only 561. Peyton's winning
huh.
percentage is 619.
Who, Peyton?
Yeah, yeah,
That's pretty good. That's decent. Yeah.
yeah. And so there shouldn't be any question that Mike Tomlin goes in.
Oh, I
He's
think
got
there should be no question at all.
he's number 11 on
Yeah.
wins.
And he's
He's
got a
got
title.
huh?
He's got a title.
He's got a title. His winning percentage
Uh,
is 637.
and what's
So
he at now? I forgot the count. How many winning seasons? 16?
16 in a row. He's got
Something like that,
183
yeah.
He's got 183 wins.
Yeah, and the amazing
And
thing
he's
is,
and
I just saw it this week.
he's only 10 behind Chuck Noll.
Yeah, I just saw it again. Every time they lose, then Steelers fans want to fire Tomlin. So, yeah, good.
I hope he
Yeah,
comes out after the season is up and just goes, you know what? Just kiss my Steeler behind. I'm
Oh
out
yeah,
of
and
here.
he'll get hired within 10 minutes by probably Buffalo or somebody that'll add him, and he'll destroy the Steelers every year.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
he'll take
So
his staff, and the Steelers won't be any good. Yeah.
yeah, so let's do a rundown of a few more games here.
I can't even
Chiefs.
imagine
The,
having being a Browns fan. You've had 16 winning seasons in a row, or whatever it is, and you're complaining.
oh yeah,
Come
yeah,
on.
yeah. So the Chiefs beat the Texans yesterday. That was pretty much understood.
Yeah,
And the Ravens finally beat the Steelers yesterday,
I
and they
think. I,
and they did it pretty well.
yeah,
So
I don't. I was watching some of that game. I don't think the Steelers are a threat to go to the to win the AFC. I think that's all between Buffalo, Kansas City, and Baltimore,
eh,
and that's really it. Yeah.
I'm still not gonna say they won't. I'm not ready to say that yet. So
Well,
but
Rasputin has ways of making things happen. So.
Rasputin has ways, and so
Yes.
I'm not gonna say he's dead until he's actually
Well,
dead.
that's true. He's sort of like kind of, I don't know if it's a Dracula or
No, Rasputin.
yeah,
Rasputin is it. Rasputin is it. Yeah. So it is not
you can't
until
count them out. Yeah.
yeah, it's not until the guy from the Munchkin from Wizard of Oz comes out and says he's not only merely dead, he's really most sincerely dead.
Yeah.
Well, until he
And
comes out and say it's not the fat lady singing, it's the Munchkin coming out and saying he's not only merely dead, he's really most sincerely dead. Then
I
I'm
guess he just,
good.
I don't think he's got a Coach of the Year award, which is
No, he never
crazy.
has.
That's crazy.
Even in the year that he won the Super Bowl,
Maybe this could be his year. I don't see anybody else.
no, they'll probably give it to.
Oh,
They'll
Harbaugh,
probably
maybe.
no. Oh yeah,
Yeah.
they'll probably give it to Harbaugh,
Yeah.
or they might give it to Dan Campbell.
Oh,
Uh,
that's true. They'll give it to Campbell probably.
Tomlin won't. There was somebody else, a new
Uh,
coach, who has his team playing well.
well,
I'll,
I would give a couple votes to I can't think of his name now. The guy for the Commanders,
oh yeah,
Dan
yeah.
Quinn.
It might. It could possibly be him.
I'd give him a vote. I think
Yeah.
or something. Yeah,
Yeah.
consideration.
So the Falcons switched up quarterbacks, and they beat the Giants 34-7, which, on the face of it, it's the Giants. Everybody beats the Giants.
They
That's not that
should.
big a deal. But it was Michael Penix's first start, and so let me see real quick here what they had for them. Um, let's see. Okay, so for the Falcons, so Penix was 18 of 27 for 202. He had one turnover. Didn't have any touchdowns, but
That's
it
fine.
was serviceable enough. He had
Yeah.
one turnover. He didn't give it to him. He didn't give it to him four times. So,
You
which
know,
is
I will give. I saw a clip. Did you see the clip of Kirk Cousins before that game?
no.
He had a little prayer that he did with Penix and gave him a pep talk, and I think that's kind of why I like Kirk Cousins as a
Oh yeah,
person.
yeah. But I
As
never.
Aaron Rodgers would never do such a thing. I don't think.
No,
Yeah.
no. I never thought Cousins deserved that much money. I
Yeah.
mean, uh, hats off to him. He got it. But
Well, they're
I
gonna cut
never.
him now. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Before that $10 million bonus kicks
Yeah.
in, and then the Lions rolled on. They beat the
Yep.
Bears 34-17. And then here's a good one: the Panthers beat the Smurfs. And
Well,
so,
I'll tell you, I saw that score, and I am not going back to calling him Mr. Murray again
no,
because he's
he's
become
no
the
longer
Smurf again.
Kyler. Yeah, he's no longer
And
Kyler.
I do give, I guess maybe our comeback player of the year could maybe be Bryce Young, because remember he was so bad. They played Andy Dalton.
Right.
And Bryce Young has come back. He's played well. They've won some games. And
And
good for
they
him.
played well. They played well in a lot of the games
Yeah.
that they came back
Yeah,
from.
people were burying Bryce Young, and he's kind of come back. So
Yeah, so I'm happy for him.
yeah, same
Um,
here.
the Rams just keep on rolling now. They got Cooper Cup and Puka back, and they just keep
Well,
rolling.
that's all they need. Although they did, I'd say beat a. I don't even know how to describe the Jets anymore. Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah, hey,
It's kind of the wasteland of Aaron Rodgers.
they are jets that don't have engines.
Yeah,
And
no,
basically, they're not the jets. They're propeller planes.
well,
They're
they got a kamikaze pilot. I should
Yeah,
maybe.
they're
That's
1950,
with Rodgers
1960
behind the
propeller planes.
wheel, you don't know what's going to
Yeah,
happen. So
yeah, they're not jets any longer.
no,
And then And as you said, Jaden Daniels played well down the end, brought them back and won the game. And
Now, and you know probably better than I do. I don't know what happened with Jalen Hurts. I did see he got
he
hurt. So,
he made a run, and it looked like it was okay. He came down, but when he got up, he was trying to convince the official that he was okay. But you could actually see from the camera angle, you could actually see his eyes could not focus on the official.
oh,
And that official saw that and told him, no,
yeah,
you got to go, you got to get checked out. So, but I think he was okay, but I think they just kind of went, you know what, why bother?
yeah. Why bother? Save him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they kept him out. And then the Bengals beat the Browns. DTR did his best, but he just needs to play more. So
Well, they're gonna play him next week. Yeah.
and they should. He
Oh
ain't
yeah,
gonna learn.
I would. I think that's the right thing to do. Let him start the
Yeah,
next two games and see what he can do. And
yeah,
and my thing is, people are already saying, "Oh, he ain't the guy." He's had 4 starts. That's not enough to say, "Oh, he's
yeah.
done" or whatever.
You
Yeah,
know, Mr. Waffle, it's funny for you to say that. You give
I
one guy
know.
one series and he's not any good. And then you turn around to another guy who's had 4 games and it's like, oh, no, give him a chance. You're
Yeah,
funny with that.
yeah.
And then the, the Colts beat the Titans.
Now I can't understand. Are the Colts still in the playoff chase?
Yeah,
I
they
guess.
still got a chance.
Yeah,
They
same with the
have to.
Dolphins. I guess.
Yeah,
Uh,
although with the Colts winning, maybe the Dolphins don't have a shot. It's hard to say.
no, they said I don't know what the score of the Niners game is, but they were saying
It's
the
19.
Dolphins have a shot.
It's 1917.
Oh, Niners are winning now.
No, no, Dolphins are still up.
I thought that Romo said they got a shot now at the playoffs. So
Well, they might.
I don't know.
Yeah, he
They
did
aren't
say
going
that.
anywhere. I'd
He
say
did
that.
say that, and that was after the Colts
Yeah.
had won. So I guess they do.
Either of those teams, they're not going anywhere in the playoffs. So
No, but
yeah,
at least they'll get to the playoffs, and that'll be
yeah,
that.
true.
And then the Vikings just beat the Seahawks 27-24.
Well,
So it doesn't knock the Seahawks out, but it gives the Rams a leg up.
yeah, and
So
I'm not. I think I saw that a week or two ago where somebody said, "Well, Geno Smith is a franchise quarterback." I said, "Oh,
well,
okay, I guess
he's
so,
gonna
maybe."
he is that franchise's quarterback.
Yeah,
I,
maybe.
I don't know if any of the other 31 teams would trade for him as their franchise
No.
quarterback. So he's done well for them, and right now the Bills are up 10 with a little more than
Yeah,
two
they
minutes
got that
left. The
game then.
Patriots have the ball,
Yeah.
and then a couple of who really care games. The Raiders were up on the Jaguars.
Well, that
So
helps the
what?
Browns, but yeah, for draft
And
position.
and the Dolphins are up on the Niners. So now it's just you want to get positioning for the draft,
Yeah.
and and try to
Well,
keep
go
people from
Raiders.
being
Hopefully the
hurt.
Raiders win. It'll help Cleveland with the draft.
Yeah, and then we got the
Although I don't
Buccaneers.
know what they're going to do. I have no idea.
Yeah, and then we got the Buccaneers Cowboys tonight, and then the Saints and Packers tomorrow. So the
Ugh.
Packers, the Packers are playing for something. But I think they're in the playoffs. I believe they
Yeah, I
will
think
be
they're in
in. I
already.
think they're in already. Oh, wait a minute. I got my thing right here that'll tell me if they are or not. They're not in yet, but they got only the Lions and Vikings and Eagles are currently in the playoffs.
In, okay.
Everybody is still, as long as they don't go on a couple of game losing streak, they'll be in. So,
Yeah.
um, but oops, games. Yeah. So and then so the Packers still have a chance, and the Packers gotta feel good about themselves because they know now they did the right thing with cutting ties with Aaron,
Oh,
and
absolutely, that was the right thing to
and
do.
that was it
Yeah,
makes it so much better for him.
yeah.
And Jordan Love seems to be, I don't know if I guess
Well,
early on in his career, Aaron Rodgers was a good teammate,
yeah,
but then things kind of got to be things, and then
yeah. He
it,
turned
it
into a
kind of started
weirdo,
going
basically.
down. Yeah,
I
yeah.
don't know what he
About the
was.
only person he could stand and who could stand him was Devontae Adams. So everybody else is like, yeah, okay, we're done. Well,
And
we
man,
we
I
can put
don't
out
know.
the drag.
God, I would be so upset if I was a Jets fan for that whole. You got Rodgers one, then Rodgers gets Devontae there. They're both over the hit. I'm not even a believer in Devontae anymore. Uh, all right, whatever. What a
Yeah,
mess.
yeah, and it started out with such promise, but it quickly deteriorated because you had a bad offensive line
Yeah,
and a quarterback who's no longer mobile,
yeah,
and
and then that
that's a bad.
quarterback who's no longer mobile gets upset, gets the head coach fired. Your defense is awful after that. So
Yeah,
I mean, they were better with Salah there.
yeah, yeah, they
That's
were.
crazy.
At this time when Zach Wilson was there, they had a better record.
No, I know.
So
Wow. Well, take that, Aaron Rodgers. Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Eat your
Now
heart out.
that's
Zach Wilson's a better quarterback than you now.
now that's sad.
It
That is
is.
tremendously
That
sad.
says quite a bit. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So, but
Well, Rodgers
anyway,
can go on the McAfee show and blame everybody else like he always does.
which is what he does.
Yeah,
So it's just kind of like, okay, all
yeah.
right,
So,
yeah. So anyway, buddy. Well, thank you again for coming on and joining me, and all the people who watch us. I think there's like five who
yeah, thank you
regularly
guys
watch.
for watching.
I
Merry
think,
Christmas. And
yeah, Merry Christmas. I think
yeah.
it's Jim and my brother Michael. I think are
Well,
about the only
Michael's
two
going to
that
be
watch
over the
it.
moon about the Lions. So,
Yeah, yeah. He was a little bit perturbed with last week's game,
oh,
but
sure.
he's feeling better with the
Yeah.
game today. So, but Michael, my buddy, I love you, but it's the Bears. Everybody beats the Bears, so I wouldn't take too
I
much
did
from it.
like that, whatever they did, a fumble Rooski play or something that the Lions did. Man, that's another team. Hey, I'm a Browns fan, but I'm kind of glad I'm not a Bears fan either because that's very
Yeah.
messy. It's a
Yeah,
mess.
and the truth is, both of those teams, the Browns and the Bears, have talent,
Yeah. Yeah,
and
that's
and,
true.
and they do, and that talent just isn't coming
Well,
out this year.
even if you fix it, the Bears are like the Raiders. The Raiders, I don't care who you draft. You're looking up at Kansas City, Denver, and a revitalized Chargers team. And the Bears, you're looking at the Packers, Lions, and Vikings. They're not going anywhere.
Well,
So, you know,
but you gotta look at from year to year.
yeah, it's true.
Injuries happen,
Yeah, you don't know.
and the team that well, look at the Niners in
Yeah.
the Super Bowl last year, and
Now,
if they don't beat Miami today, they probably are only gonna have 6 wins,
yeah,
and that's
I
it.
did. I have to admit, my theory got killed today. Although I did see early on, I think the Rams and Cardinals were losing, and I thought, oh, I told you the Niners are going to get in the back door. But they're done. I saw that now. They're finished because of the Rams
Okay,
winning.
that's Armageddon.
Well,
Jerry has finally admitted the Niners are done. My work is done.
yeah.
I'm a happy man. I said that 10 weeks ago,
God,
but
what?
but you were like,
You
no,
got to
no,
have some
no.
faith.
Well, but it's like when Montana was there, they would have years where close games or they would get breaks, they'd win games.
Yeah, they
Then
just.
the following year, they got the exact same team, and the breaks that went for them the year before went against them.
Yeah,
And so
that's true.
they've had a bunch of close games
Yeah.
this year They just haven't been on the winning side of them.
And
So,
I do think you and I do agree somewhere Steve Wilkes is saying, I told you, you should have kept me there.
yeah,
So,
at least, well, that the defensive coordinator is probably going to be the scapegoat again this
oh
year.
sure, they're gonna get rid of him. Yeah.
Yeah, because he's young.
Well, I would call Saleh. If I'm Saleh, I don't know if I want to go back to being a coordinator, but you can call
Hey,
him. Yeah,
it's a job. Why not?
yeah, sure.
Yeah.
He
All
might
right,
get an
buddy.
offer. Actually, Saleh and the Bears, maybe. Right?
Maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, buddy. Well, here's our traveling music. We
Now we
want to
don't
thank
even know what band
everybody.
this is, so yeah. Yeah.
All right. Thank you, everyone, for checking in with us this week. I'm Otis.
I'm Jerry.
This is two guys catching up on football. Merry Christmas.
Yeah, Merry
Feliz
Christmas.
Navidad.
Yeah.
Happy Hanukkah.
Yeah.
Happy holidays to
Yeah.
everyone. Ciao.
Yeah, peace.